Hi guys, it's Cosmic Cubing, and this is how to solve a square one. So before we start this video, you probably want to know what square one is first. So square one is a 3x3 shape mod. Instead of turning like a normal 3x3, let me show you. So instead of turning like a normal 3x3, which turns by like on the sides, instead it turns kind of in the middle. Like it's kind of a mix of a fused cube or a bandaged cube. It's kind of a mix of a bandage cube, and so it kind of looks like a petal cube a little bit. Like these kind of look like little petals for a flower or something, like in the petal cube. A fused cube, a bandage cube, because you can't turn, and not always. Like sometimes you have to align it perfectly, kind of like a ghost cube, where you have to misalign the layers sometimes. And a 3x3. So it's kind of like a bandage cube, a 3x3, and a petal cube, or something like that. So it does shapeshift. So as you can see, when we scramble it's not a cube anymore. You have to do a series of moves to bring it back into a cube shape. Okay, so I'll be showing you guys how to solve it in this video. So since I'm already scrambling it, you see it's kind of hard to find where it can shapeshift or where it can turn. So it looks scary, but honestly, bringing it to a cube shape is actually probably one of the hardest parts of the solve, because it's easy to mess up. So first, what I usually do when I bring it into cube shape is, you see these little edge pieces, you want to bring them all to the top next to each other. So first, you want to find if you have a group of edges, if you have a group of edges like this, and whichever one has the most, bring it to the top. So I already have mine on the top, and you see how this one is also on top. It has the second most, but it's not attached, so you want to bring it to the bottom first. And then you want to make sure that before you turn, make sure it makes a straight line all the way through. So you see, you want it to slice right around here, and it is a straight line all the way through. You see this line? It connects all the way to where you want to slice, so bring it up. Okay, now we have 3 left, because we had more. So whichever one has the most, bring it to the top first, and then bring other pieces in. Once you're done with your groups of pieces that you can bring in, sometimes you can't bring all of them in. If you can't, bring one of them up. At least get as much as you can up as possible. So now, what I can see that I have here, next is this group of pieces on the bottom. They make kind of an L shape a little bit, kind of like the L shape on a 3x3 OLL case. But you're going to want to bring this up last, actually, because or if you don't, you either want to bring up this one or these 2 edge pieces. You see this edge and this edge, because these are very easy to bring up at the very end. So actually what I would do is replace this set with this. So you're going to want to line it up so that when you bring it up, this will go up also, which replaces it. Okay? Because when you do that, it'll make this kind of case. Okay? And also, if you have no more groups of pieces, but you have one piece that you can bring up, bring it up, okay? It's very easy to do. Okay? So now what you can do, if you have this set of edges, they're very spaced apart, and this that's very spaced apart, do a D2 move with it, so that you see when you bring it down, sorry, my garage door is opening. My dad's probably going through. Because when you bring it down, it'll make 2 groups of pieces, which is exactly what you want. If you don't have that, because if you have this, it's very easy to bring it down, because now you can bring up one at a time. So this one, you see how it makes a straight line all the way through? When this is lined up, you can bring it up, and then you have one more group of pieces to bring up. Just like that, okay? That's what you want. But there is a case that you could get, which I will get it for you guys so you can understand what I'm talking about. I don't know how to get the case, so here. how would I get the case? Let's see, because if you have, I almost had it there. Come on, why can't I just get this case? There we go. So, wait, what? There we go. Got it. So if you have this case where you have an L and all the other edges are on the top, this case seems complicated, but it's not. So first, I'll explain it in terms that if you're a beginner, you might understand. So first, you want to take this L case and replace it with this one, with a 1x2 bar on the top, just like that. Because now you have a case that you've already seen before. I think I went over it. Take this L case, replace it with with 2 edges in the top, right here. You see these edges and these L, replacing that. Bring this to the bottom so you can easily bring it up in one right slice. This is called slice move, is what I call it. So you want to bring this up, replacing it with these 2 edge pieces. So you had it like this. You see these 2 edge pieces, this one and this one. Move it over so it lines up, so that when you bring it in, when you bring this in, it'll replace these edges. And now this one, just move it over, bring it in, just like that. Now those are all the edges bringing up. That's the first step, bringing it into a cube shape. You'll start getting cases that you've already seen before a lot, which will make bringing these edges in very easy. Now you'll have a star shape on the bottom. So it doesn't matter how you orient it, because no matter what, it'll be the same. So what you want to do is you want to slice this in half with the star. So this star is going to burn this in half. Think about it that way. But you can't bring it in half this way. Well, I guess you could, but it's a lot easier this way. So you want to slice it this edge right here. You want to slice the edges facing you, okay, in half. And now you have this half star shape, it kind of looks like. Yeah, and now what you're going to want to do is slice each of these in half while they're facing the same way. So you see, when it's facing me are the edges, are only the edges in the corners. You want to slice it in half like that, and now I have this candy looking shape on each side. So you're going to slice this in half by the edges again, by the edges on the top facing you, and then you're going to want the pointy parts on the bottom one facing you like this. So it should look just like this on the top and bottom. It's like this, that in half. And now this is a case that we all love seeing when it's scrambled. We all love seeing this. Just like that. You see? If you line it up like this, all you have to do is slice it, or a slash, I guess. And now it's a cube shape. Sometimes though, you'll get this kind of case where it looks like a cube, but this center is facing the wrong way. Don't get freaked out. Don't think you broke it. This is a natural case that everyone gets. All you have to do, make sure it's all lined up. Slice move. I don't know why I call slice move. U2, slice move, U2, slice move. It should fix it. Now, what I always do when I solve it is I bring all the corners in the right position. So you see here, we have some white, some yellow, some white, some yellow on the top and bottom. The one you want on top is the yellow. So how you're going to do that, you might think that you could just line it up like this, like a normal 3x3. You see where we have some corners on the top like this and some on the bottom. You'd think you could just do an R2 or a slice move and it'll be solved. But when you do that, you can't. It'll mess up the cube shape. Instead, you want to misline the layer like this. So you see how it's normally lined up like this? You want to misline it just by one line. Because then when you do a slice move, or a slash, I should start calling a slash because when you're scrambling it, or in the notations, it's a slash. So look, misline the top layer like this, and do that. Now, you have all the corners in the top. Sometimes though, you'll get this kind of case where one corner's on the bottom. Just misalign the bottom layer or the top layer, right? It doesn't matter which one you misorient. It can either be the top or bottom. Here, let me fix that middle piece. So what you want to do is bring this yellow corner on the bottom, to the bottom, so if you hold like this, it should be right here. This is the yellow corner, and then you want to make sure the top is oriented like this. Misalign one of the layers, do a slash, and then what you're going to want to do is do a U2, but then you have to misorient the top layer again, because you can't just do a slice move or a slash. Misorient one of the layers and bring it up. Now we have all the corners in the top. So the last one that you could have is this, where only one corner's in the top. What you're going to want to do is bring one corner up so that it makes for one of these kind of cases, where it's just technically a slash move with a misoriented top or bottom. You're going to take one of the corners like this. You see how we have a corner right here, that when we bring it up, it won't affect anything else except for that corner. But you want to make sure that either this corner is right here or right here. If it's right here, you do the bottom corner right here. If it's right here, you're going to bring this bottom corner here. So whichever one, you're going to bring it up, like I already showed you. Misalign one of the layers and bring it up. Now you just have this kind of case. You misalign the layer and bring it up. That's how you're going to bring all the corners to the top. Now, what we're going to want to do is make sure all the edges are oriented correctly. So make sure all the yellow edges are in the yellow side, all the white ones are in the white side. There are different cases that you could get. I'll try going through as much of them as I can. It can be kind of hard to do though. There's a lot. So this one I have two L's, double L's. I have an L on the top and bottom. How you're gonna want to fix that is I think you put the top one over here and put the bottom one over here. So it should look just like this on the top, just like this on the bottom. You're going to want to do a slash. I think of it as a U move, but that won't always work. Think of it as numbers. So right here it's going to be a 3. So you do 1, which is half of a corner, like this. If you have a slice or a slash, you're going to want to do a half of a corner, move it to this next line, to 3, you see? And then do a -3, because you did 3 clockwise, you're going to want to do it backwards. -3. Slice or slash. Do another 3. That did not work. Sorry, my mom's coming upstairs. Actually, top needs to be over here, the bottom needs to be over here. Do that algorithm. Wait, what? Oh yeah, and then once you have that, it brings you into this case, which is just this. So you have a line on the bottom, and then you have an L up on the top. What you're going to want to do for that, you want to bring the line like this and the L like this. If you have any of these cases that I'm showing right now, like if you have this case, you just do what I'm doing. But you should end up at the end with a case that will solve it. I'm going to do a 1, which is clockwise, slice, -1, -1, so -1, -1 means a 1 counterclockwise on top and a 1 counterclockwise on the bottom. Just like that. When you do that, you'll get one edge right here. Okay? So now what you're going to want to do is that, right? So you're going to want to take this top edge, put it over here. So if you look at the top like this, so if it's facing you and you move it just like that, this is the white corner or edge, and this is the white edge, or the yellow edge, sorry. You want to put it over there and over here. Now you're going to do that same algorithm or set of numbers or set of moves that I just showed. 1 slash -1 -1 slash. And now this is a lot, but this is actually how I was taught. So I'm just teaching what I was taught. So don't criticize me for it being a little too complicated. It's just what I was taught. Okay? And now what you have is the slice 3 slice -3 slice 3 slice -3 slice. And lastly, 2 eyes. And eye on the top and bottom, hold them just like this, and do the 1 slice -1 -1 slice. Now, there are some other cases that you could get. And let me try getting them. Try and get it. Come on. There we go. This case is we have 3 edges unoriented on top and on the bottom. I'm pretty sure that should work. Yep. Okay, what you're going to do is put the bottom one on the left, top one on the left. Do the 1 slash -1 -1 slash, and then you just have that. The cases that I already showed before, so if you want, you can go back. I'm not going to go over them again. This video is already almost 17 minutes long. There you go. So now, the last one, I'm trying to make this least amount of clips as possible, so I'll be getting cases in front of you. That's probably what's taking up a lot of time, but I'm trying not to have to import too many clips. So now, once you have all of the corners or edges oriented on top and bottom, this is the last part. This is probably one of the toughest parts, because of parity that you can get. Parity. The parity algorithm sucks. It really does. It's so long. It took me around an hour or 2 to learn. So now, first you can tell you're not going to get parity, because if you orient, like this is just an A-perm. If you're doing this, just know it's all 3x3. You can see that this is just an A-perm. You're not going to get parity. But if these edges were swapped, you know you have parity. But you can check if you have parity before you do the last layer, or before you do the top layer. Then we're going to switch to the bottom layer. So we do not have parity. So now you have headlights, right? You can, if you don't have headlights, you'll do this algorithm. If you do have headlights, put them on the left and do this algorithm. Slice 0 -3, which means nothing on the top, but -3 on the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, slice 0, 3, slice 0 -3, slice 0, 3, slice. Now you have all the corners oriented, and now this is a U-perm now. But hold the bar on the left. Okay, you should get this. If you don't, if you get like a Z-perm or an H-perm, you'll do this algorithm. Okay, you'll do the slice 0 -3. You'll do the algorithm I just showed, but then misalign the top layer and then do it again. And then it should be solved if you had that case. Now, here, you might get another case, because if you had the H-perm or Z-perm, here, I'll show you. Well, you do the algorithm, and then you'll have one of these 2 cases. Either the one I just showed, or this one. Because the one I showed is where this edge needed to go over here. I'm sorry, I did not explain that. But the case I showed before was where this edge had to go over here. So, if you look at it this way, for a U-perm, this edge either needs to go here or here. Last one, it needed to go over here. Okay? Which means that we had, I think, a UA-perm. But since it needs to go over here, we did that. The opposite, where this edge needs to go over here, hold the bar on the left, and do the misaligned top layer first. Do that algorithm, fix the top layer, and then do it again. Now the top layer is solved. Okay? Now you could get parity. Yes, this is the algorithm. So sorry, my storage was full again. I have so many videos from recording. But this is what parity looks like. You either have this kind of parity where only these pieces need swap, or this parity where these pieces need swap. So either diagonal parity or adjacent parity. I think. I might have it switched around. I don't know. Quarantine has really messed me up. But the algorithm, no matter what, if you have this kind of parity, hold these two pieces on the, technically the right. If you have this kind of parity, then hold it like just standing up. Okay? Or hold it like this. Okay? So, the algorithm is this. Slash -3 0 slash wait. Yeah. Slash 0 3 slash 0 -3 slash, and then you're going to want to do 0 3 slash 2 0 slash 0 1 2 0 3. Yeah, see that this keeps on happening. I always mess it up. Why? And why while recording? Here, let me bring it back. Okay, so for parity, I will put the algorithm on the screen instead. Oh, wait, what did I just do? Because there are reasons why. Oh, okay. It is. I don't know why. Just the parity algorithm is just so hard to explain. Here, let me get the parity first. Oh, yeah. So I somehow solved it without wanting to. I don't know. This tutorial is not going well, but this is what parity looks like. What you're going to want to do first is, well, I'll put the algorithm on the screen, of course. It'll be somewhere, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Here's what it looks like with the scramble, with the algorithm on the screen. There you go. That is the parity algorithm. Now, so if you have parity on top layer, now for the bottom layer, if you get parity, you do the same thing. But instead, how it's going to work on the bottom layer, while you're getting all the edges or corners oriented and then edge orienting, because I showed you the top layer algorithms. You'll be doing the same thing. But instead, like you see here, you have no headlights, right? So you do the algorithm I showed before that you'll be using for the top layer. And then you see, it does mess up the bottom layer. But now you see you have these headlights kind of thing. Put them on the left and then do it. Okay? So that's kind of how it'll work. And then you'll just do your normal algorithms for the U-perms, right? If you get the U-perms. Or the no edges oriented H-perm or Z-perm. You just do the algorithm and then you will get the U-perm that you need. So yeah, that's pretty much how the square one works. I'm sorry if this video wasn't too helpful. But if it was, please smash the like button and subscribe and give this channel one more sub. That makes us one sub closer to 50 subs. Please. I know I'm sounding kind of greedy, but I'm not trying to. I swear. But yeah, square one is a lot of fun once you know how to solve it. So yeah. thank you for watching this video. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Turn on post notifications because I post as much as possible. Bye.